I headed to Jackson, green as a gourd. I'd been 3 years on Jamie Whitten's staff in Washington, so I wasn't exactly a neophyte. I knew the process, but I didn't know much about Jackson, my own state capital. Where does everybody stay in Jackson? What do you do about that? Oh, the Sun and Sand. And I walk in. I said, I'm Representative-elect Steve Holland. I need my room. And she said, be glad to sign you up. And she said, you're in room 301. I said, good deal. Is 301 a good room? She said, one of the best. I said, thank you, ma'am. And she said, sir, you need to give me a credit card or pay me. And I said, you mean this darn thing costs money? Somebody told me the legislature furnished this. And I grew to love it absolutely immediately. It was the largest legislative frat house in the nation. It was a 60s place, and it still had the 60s colors and the 60s HVAC and the 60s showers. It never changed. So I stayed here from 83 to 2001 then. I stayed here the whole time. Right here. John Grisham stayed right there in this room when he was down here as a freshman. But there's a door between these two rooms, so we fraternized a whole lot. Y'all got to let me tear one of these pictures. Every darn room, this thing's got this picture in it. Can you get that off? I just got it off myself. I'm going to have the most extensive collection of Sun and Sand memorabilia in the state.
The more you move, the more you stir up the dust.
Is that right?
You'll be breathing that stuff.
Yeah, well, I've been breathing dead formaldehyde for 47 years, so. Yeah. I'm still alive. They'd like to kill me one time, but I got over it. Oops. Got them both. Every room's got one. Y'all ain't missing it. Look at that. Now, is that not a wonderful thing to come into? Your telephone set right here, of course. And that wasn't nothing but a farce there, because by God, everybody got the same dose. And when you take a shower in the morning, you better hope nobody else was taking a shower same time. That was another incentive for you to get up at 4:30 so you could get a hot shower. Wasn't very quiet here. These walls are thin. You better have a good neighbor or a cooperative neighbor. You could look out, because see, we were in a great place. We could see everything all the way around here. Everything that was going on except on the first floor. You'd hear click, click, click. Usually you surmise that it was high-heel shoes. And every now and again, you could look out and you'd see heads stick out, see if they could nosy old people, seeing if they could tell which room they were coming out of it and who they were. I've made this walk a many a day. Hey, we'd visit too in each other's room. Man, you never know which rep was gonna have a big party in their room every night. And that was a lot of fun. It was like a family reunion every night. That's what it was like. And then everything had a balcony, and it was connected by a gorgeous courtyard and a gorgeous pool that they kept up year round. Had lots of concrete around it and nice landscaping, and they kept it mowed nice. So by day and afternoon, we'd gather in the courtyards and hold forth. By night, they always kept a party room, and it had a hell of a bar down in the basement part of it, the underground part of it, under the restaurant. And of course, that's where all of Mississippi gathered that wanted anything or needed anything from the legislature. And we did way more business, quite frankly, in that bar at the Sun and Sand or around that pool than we did at the Capitol. But now, this was a very lively bar. I promise you. In let's just say 1988, there might have been 50 registered lobbyists. I think there's 600 and something last year. And you'd go out and have these stand-up whiskey drinkings down at the Ramada Inn and then come back here and shellac off your business. And of course, you very seldom paid for a drink. That's why they call it lobbyist whiskey. You would libate and legislate. Pretty interesting. Libate and legislate. This is the restaurant here, and it opened at 4:30 every morning. And most of us wouldn't come in to about 2:30 or 3, but we were up here at 4:30 because you were scared not to be up here. It's where everything happened. It was a huge round table. You'd see about 12 chairs right here. Oh my gosh, Susie was a waitress, and she was mean as hell, but we loved her good, and we tipped her big. And there was many a good meal up here. Unbelievable, unbelievable meals in this place. None of us went hungry, I can tell you. Legislation was made way more here than it ever was in the Capitol. You would go to the Capitol and formalize it, but either late at night underneath this was the bar, or at this round table where 12 people could sit every morning. And you got here early for one reason, because you were out if you wasn't at the round table. You just wasn't in the discussion. We passed the 87 highway program right here at this table, right here, this round table. And then it was shellacked off down in the bar. I'm tickled to death about being in here. I may be the last living human in here. A lot of memories here. A lot of friendships made here. I made 2 or 3 damn enemies here. I wish modern day legislators had the experience of something like this, because the camaraderie in the legislature died almost when this place died. People are so disjointed, just like the whole country is, and you all partisan, and people don't get together and fellowship and have fun one with another and meet families and get to know families and go to ball games with families and share holidays with families like we did here. They'll just have to read about it in the history books. Well, I've got some treasure. Do I need to pay anybody for this? Okay. Well, it'd probably get this bulldozed down. Oh my God, I gotta have this sign.